And welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be riding the King Bull Hunter 2.0. It is a class 3 and or class 2 e-bike. Take your pick whichever way you want to ride it. And on this video I want to talk about e-bikes and their biggest hurdle to replace your car. The biggest reason why a lot of people will not or cannot replace their car with an e-bike. So let's hop on and talk about it. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon as I record this, so I was waiting for the warmest part of the day, and that's about now. And so what I want to talk about in this video is the weather. It's kind of goes hand in hand with the reason why a lot of people won't be able to replace their car with a bike other than part-time, and that's due to the weather. I think the weather's the biggest hurdle that prevents people from replacing their car outright with a e-bike, and it's the winter time. Okay, so I'm out here now in what would be the warmest part of the day, but it's gotten cooler here. Like right now, we're at 36 degrees, and with the wind, it's 28. And there's a lot of people that will not ride at this temperature. It's dry though, look, pavement's all dry. So there's no conditions that way, but we do have a 16 mile per hour wind out of the northwest, and I can certainly feel it. But I'll take the dry conditions though, number one. But I've often said though that if you could ride in sunshine and no wind, or as minimal amount of wind as possible, because you create wind when you ride, you know, you're gonna have a headwind no matter what. But I think the wind really adds to the coolness. And I always find too, if it's raining, say it's just above the freezing, just enough so it's not snow or freezing rain, say anywhere from that 32 to 40 degrees, and it's raining out and windy, that makes it really uncomfortable to ride, in my opinion. And that I'd rather have colder temperature with sunshine and no wind. But those are big factors though for a lot of people, the weather. You know, there's people that just, and they've told me on the videos commenting, they absolutely will not go out if the temperature gets to such and such. And a lot of times, pretty much once it gets to 50 degrees, or below 50 degrees I should say, there's a lot of people that say they're shutting it down. You know, they refuse to ride in those kind of conditions. And some people, it's even more than that. They want it to be above 60 or maybe even 70. I think for me, I would pick the ideal temperature. Now it's hard to say, because if you're riding in the winter and you get a day that's 70 degrees, you know, that's going to feel extremely warm because you're not used to it being that cool, or that warm, I mean, in the winter. And but I think for me, the perfect temperature is probably 70. I would say 70 degrees is perfect. Even if there is a wind out there, it's not going to be cold for you. And you don't have to worry about it. You know, you can just ride and be comfortable. That, for me, is probably the perfect temperature, 70. But I don't mind it being warmer than that. As I get older, I find that the colder weather bothers me probably more than the warm weather. I'm kind of becoming more, you know, not a big fan of the cold. And it doesn't get that cold, or hasn't really, here in Tennessee, although there are overnight lows getting into the teens. That's pretty cool. And you add the wind into that, yeah, that's certainly cold. And I can feel, you know, you can feel your face stinging a little bit from the cold. You could wear a full face helmet Like I have a motorcycle helmet that's a full-face helmet, and one of the benefits to that is it keeps you warmer, right, in the winter. The other thing about replacing your car with a bike that makes it a little difficult for some people is how much commute distance they've got to go. You know, a lot of commuters might have to go 30 to 50 miles. Are you going to want to ride 30 or 50 miles to work there and back every day? That's pretty tough to do. Most commuters have a 10-mile commute or less. And that's definitely doable. I think a really nice commute would be 5 miles. 5 miles there and 5 miles back. That would be perfect, in my opinion. Or less. Get by this intersection here. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you in agreement to that about the ideal, just my camera there, the ideal commute would be like something like that, 5, maybe 10 miles at the most each direction? And do you commute, and did you replace your car with a bike? Location is the big thing, right? If you're in Arizona, Florida, or somewhere like that, yeah. Even here in Tennessee, you can pretty much do it. The other thing that would keep you from riding is snow on the ground, right? I mentioned temperature, but I didn't say about the snow. Snow and ice aren't good to ride in. I mean, I've done it before. I've also fallen before in the snow, riding really slow. It's the ice that really gets you, right? Freezing rain is not good. And the other one would be in thunderstorms. I would not want to be riding in a thunderstorm. The only way I would ride in a thunderstorm would be if I got caught in one, unexpected. You know, and you have no choice. You know, you're there and you're in the middle of nowhere. Where are you going to go? You might be able to get in and out of it. If you can, then I would say do that. Try to get some shelter, but sometimes you might be out on a highway in the middle of nowhere and you can't. But I wouldn't want to ride in thunderstorms and freezing rain. Those are the worst. Not counting hurricanes or tornadoes, obviously. Those would be not good. I don't think you or the bike could withstand something like that. But if you want to brave the cold, you just got to dress for it. You know, it's doable. Like I say here today, yeah, it's 28 with the wind, but it's dry, right? So it's not so bad. And once you get riding, it's when you first start out, it's cold, but once you get moving your legs, and for those who pedal, it's a benefit, right? Pedaling actually will keep you warmer too, because you're exercising and getting a little bit of a workout there to warm you up. Whereas if you just throttle, then you're going to be colder. Yeah. And we're just cruising the neighborhood right now here at 14 miles an hour. I could crank it up to faster speed, but there's no need. I'm just out for a pleasure ride, talking about the cold, and I want to get out in it. I've ridden in almost any condition, except for like a big heavy thunderstorm. I have been caught in a little bit of thunderstorm before, or kind of a heavy rain. I've ridden in rain, yes, lots of times, and of course in Oregon, where I was previously living, it rains there a lot. And I've ridden in snow, as I mentioned, and ice. The ice is pretty much under the snow, right? It wasn't a freezing rain situation. I have went to do a ride and a video before, and took one look at the roads and thought, nope, you know, just go up my driveway, and I could tell that you just couldn't do it. It's like a skating rink. I've had that happen. Or I just refuse to do it. In those kind of conditions, that's when, if you're doing a daily video as I do, that's where the green screen comes in handy, which I have a green screen set up, but I've only used it this year, I think once or twice. But if the conditions call for it, or for some reason I can't get out, then I will revert to that. But all right, well, let me know if you agree that the number one hurdle to get over to replace your car with an e-bike is the weather, and depending on where you live. So that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment on this or any other videos that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video, and until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.